I think Melvin Goins has stepped up as a leader. I think both on and off the court, with his play, with the way he communicates to the team. I see leadership from Stephen Pearl, been here 16 years now. But I think Melvin is really been the guy that looks to me like, as far as leadership role, has changed from last year this year. Remember, at this time, Melvin was still recovering from some knee surgery. And so he really didn't get a chance to compete with Bobby Mays for the point guard position. Bobby really had it, and then Melvin was trying to complement Bobby and really never got a chance to beat him out. It's not that he necessarily would have, but so Melvin comes in with a healthy, having been here for, Melvin wasn't here last summer. He was here this summer. And I do think that this is going to help Melvin's game, because leadership was a part of Melvin that comes naturally that he wasn't able to use last year by virtue of the fact that he didn't get here until the fall or until August. I think leading will help Melvin play better too. I believe that leaders are born and you can cultivate them, but I don't think you can force them. I don't think you can force leadership. Just because you're point guard or because he's a senior doesn't make him the leader. It's got to come naturally. Then you can, once it comes naturally, teach him how to lead properly. So I didn't sit down at all with any of the seniors and say, okay, it's your turn. This is your team. No. But once I see who is naturally stepping forward, and a lot of times it is your point guard, a lot of times it is your seniors, then you begin to help them lead. Well, I think the most interesting thing is going to be the face of Tennessee basketball is going to look different. Wayne Chisholm's not out there. It's been, it's not been since my first season that Wayne Chisholm wasn't out there. J.P. Prince is not out there. He played for us for 3 years. Tyler Smith and Bobby Mays. So the face of our team is going to look a lot different. So it's going to present a lot of opportunities. And we'll play differently. We'll look differently. The system will be the same. And so from that standpoint, I think it'll be really exciting. I think our fans are going to be interested in how those early exhibition games go. Or, if there are scrimmages, our practices are open. If there are orange and white scrimmages, I think they'll be interested in getting into Thompson Bowling Arena to see what it looks like. I don't know that I can say I ever settled on a rotation when Josh Bone, who hadn't played for 8 games, all of a sudden gets the nod against Ohio and plays against Ohio State and Michigan State. I'm not a guy that does a lot of changing too much of the starting lineups, but I think that this is a team that could have some change in rotations because there are 14 players. But I think the point I'm making now about October 15th from September 15th is we begin to get into that stage of, as it relates to the rotations, do you make us better because you're out there offensively or defensively, as opposed to prior to this, let me see what you can do offensively or defensively. I need to see whether you can shoot it. I need to see whether you can post it. I need to see whether you can handle the ball in the perimeter and pass it. I need to see if you can guard in the perimeter. Okay, I've seen some of that now. Now, what kind of a team can we be? So there's really no deadline, and it'll probably evolve longer on this team than most I've had. I think Scotty can make plays and Scotty can score, and that's absolutely not something that's disputable. It would be the other areas of the game where I think he needs to place his focus and become more dominant as a great rebounding guard, as a really good defensive guard. He can contain his man very, very well, has since he got here, but can he make plays off the ball? Can he use his length and block shots and get more deflections and steals and stuff a stat sheet with more than just scoring, and therefore make his teammates better? I think ultimately for us to be a great team, the cream needs to rise to the top. Guys like Scotty Hopson absolutely need to do more. And he'd be an example of just one of several guys, I think, that would need to do that in order for us to be a great team. I thought that a couple years ago, when we played in that Old Spice Classic, and then we had Gonzaga and LSU and Memphis came in early, Kentucky came in early, we never did quite get it going, in the sense that we didn't get that swag, we didn't get that confidence. And so, yes, it's hard to get it rolling. And then, you know, winning cures everything. And I got a lot of new guys that are going to be playing in the system for the first time, and I know they've seen it work, but they need to feel it work. They need to live it when it's working. And so they need to buy in. Every year, the kids need to buy in. And so winning is the best way to doing it. And when you play the schedule, it is challenging. And so we'll deal with that when we come to it. But I would much rather have to deal with a tougher schedule, sending a message to our players and our fans and you know, the NCAA committee that this is where we see our basketball program, and then have an opportunity to do it. If you don't put them on the schedule, you can't beat them if they're not on the schedule. I think the thing about Tobias is that he will, for people that haven't seen him, again, it's all about expectations. Tobias is a very mature basketball player. He's got a very high basketball IQ. He makes other guys better out there on the floor. Now, he'll do some things that'll make you go ooh and ah, but that's not the kind of player he is. He's a fundamentally sound, strong mind and bodied freshman. He's a mature kid. He's got a mature game. He's got an old school game. And obviously, the position that he comes into was our greatest need, losing Tyler, JP, and Wayne at basically that point forward position. You know, he's going to be asked to do a little bit of all that stuff, and he's absolutely in position to be able to start. He is in position to win a starting position, no question, and be one of our better players. You're going to have to take advantage of our size. We've got good traditional size, and we've got big guards, big wings, and our front line will look like, you know, pretty much can look like everybody else's for the most part. And so the closer we get to the basket, the better we could look. The farther we get away from the basket, the more challenged we will be. So therefore, how much full court pressure will we use is something that'll be debatable. We're not going to change our ability to run and be really good in the fast break in the secondary. We'll still turn people over, but we may not be able to turn them over in 94 feet as much as we turn them over in half court. I think we'll be a better shot blocking team. I think we'll be a better rebounding team, although last year our rebounding numbers and our half court defense was very, very good, because I think towards the end of the season when Brian came back to us, we did become a little bit more traditional. So it'll still be an up-tempo team, but it may not extend the floor as much defensively. I think that if I was concerned about how young we were, we wouldn't have scheduled what we scheduled. And let's say I changed the way we scheduled. That would have sent a pretty clear message to my team. I don't think they got a chance to be very good. That's why we scheduled down. That's why I think in scheduling, I don't think you schedule to the team. This is how we schedule. You know, and I don't believe in scheduling up or scheduling down as to whether or not you think or don't think this is going to be a chance to be a good year. This is the schedule, and we're going to, you know, got to kind of deal with it. You know, as far as the youth is concerned, I think it's more newness than youth. These young men that are coming in here now are so prepared for college basketball. Like you'll see when you see, you know, Jordan McRae has put on 18 pounds. You had the body question. I mean, Jordan McRae's body doesn't look a lot different on that frame, but it is, and he's got more to go. So Jordan McRae would have a young body, but Trey Golden and Tobias Harris don't look like freshmen. They look, because today's kids come, it's not the youth of the team, it's the newness. It's 5 new guys that are going to be mixed in with the others that haven't played together before, and those 5 guys haven't been coached by me and this coaching staff before. That's the deal. It's not youth as much it is just that this will be the first go around for us. So, okay, thank you.